Hey guys, what is up? On this video, we're going to go over distributive and commutative property. So we'll start taking a look here. So you can see over here in the yellow background in red, it says when dividing, subtract exponents. So that's going to be a big one for all of us to remember. And perhaps interesting note for you guys while you're studying is actually proven with yellow paper and red pen, you will remember more. So if you're actually taking notes, whether it's through this video or anything else, red pen, like yellow legal pad. This works out better for some reason. Okay, let's get going. Okay, so first, this is the hardest one we have here is this first one. So we have 2x to the fourth plus x to the third divided by x. Okay, how do we do something like this? Okay, so really what you want to remember is that, again, when dividing exponents, you subtract these exponents. So really x would be the same as x to the first right there. And then we're just going to subtract these. But you do this guy, right? So this guy right here, we're going to divide by x to the first, and then x to the third. We're going to divide by x to the first. So we divide both of them by the same thing when there's just one variable here at the bottom. Okay, so what do we have? We have 2x to the fourth divided by x plus, right? And you can see this other one, x to the third divided by x. Okay, and that's how we write these things out, right? So then we have, right, 2x divided by x, right, would just give us 2x, right? 2 divided by 1 is 2. So we got 2x, and then 4 minus 1 is 3. 2x to the third plus x divided by x is just x, so we have a 3 minus 1 over here, right? That's 2. So we're going to have x squared. Okay, that's really all there is to it. All right, so it can look daunting when you first glance at it, but you just got to know the rules, right? That's really what most of the math is you just do the math. Do you know the rules? The math itself is really pretty simple on something like this. Okay, so as we get into the rules of distributive, we slide this guy up a little bit. What if we have something like 3, that's going to be a parentheses, times x, plus 6. Okay. All right, so with distributive here, what we want to remember is that we're going to have to multiply this 3 times the x and then 3 times the 6. So, right, so 3 times x plus 3 times 6. So 3 times x is 3x plus 3 times 6 is 18, right? 3x plus 18. There's our answer, right? Moving right along, the last one. So commutative property is really pretty simple, right? But we'll go ahead and do it for you. All right, so if we have A times B equals the reverse, B times A. Right, so it's really pretty obvious, like where people usually would get where they slip up here is maybe they just don't know that it's commutative property, right? And if you see something like A times B equals B times A, and then the question is, well, is that distributive or is that commutative? Sometimes that's where people get mixed up, right? The 3 times x plus 6 is just distributive, right? Because we're distributing the 3 times a couple of different numbers there, or a variable in a number, where commutative just means like if you switch up the numbers, it's the same. It's almost always going to say A times B equals B times A. So that's commutative property. So that's all we got for this video. If you can only remember one thing, when dividing, subtract exponents. If you can remember two things, distributive property, right? It means multiply times both of the things inside the parentheses. You can remember three things. A times B equals B times A. That's commutative property.